All right, guys, let's look at the next. And in this, we are going to discuss struct or structures. All right, structures in Go. Okay, structures are basically arrays that can contain different data types. Okay, so they're just like arrays. You use them like arrays mostly, or similarly, but the contents can be different. So first of all, make sure you imported FMT, set up your system like this. And then let's create a struct above or under main. So you're just gonna say type. The name of the struct is books, so it's like defining a variable. But if it's a struct, you are advised to start it with a capital letter. Okay. This variable is gonna be a struct or a structure. So you use curly bracelets or brackets, and now you define the content of the struct. Okay. It's gonna have a title, and that title is gonna be string, and then it's going to have an author, and that author can be a string, and it's going to have a subject. Okay, subject, and that subject can also be a string. But then the ID of this book can be an integer, int. All right, so these are the things we want inside our struct. So, like I said, consider it to be an array. And what the thing you notice is that there is no delimiter. Okay, there is no delimiter, so it's just delimited by new lines. This is what I mean, delimiter. Example, semicolon or comma. That's where most people make the mistakes. They unknowingly add commas and stuff. In Go language, just put them in different lines. So now inside our main, let's define some variables. I can call this book one. That's a variable and is of type books. Remember, books is a struct. Okay. Now let's define another variable book2, and book2 is also a type of struct. Okay. Now we've declared that, we can now save things inside this struct. So it's more like a database, okay, or like an array. Let's add some elements inside it. So the first one is book1 dot title. So this dot is called a member access operator. This dot, because these are called members of the struct. These are members of the struct. So to access the member, once you assign the struct to a variable, you use a dot to access them. Okay, so we're gonna do book1 dot title equal to um, Go programming course. Okay, and then book1 dot author equal to Dave partner. Greatest programming tutor of all time. Okay, and then we can add some things. Book1 dot subject maths. Book1 dot book ID. Okay, something like that. We can give an ID. Let's say that. It has to be an integer. So now let's do the same thing for book2. So now we can do book2 dot title. So in order not to waste my time retyping everything, I'm just going to change the variables here to book2 and 2. So now I can change the ID to English, the partner English course. Okay, so now we have saved things. So we can keep creating more variables and using the same structure. It must follow the same structure. Right now, we can then print. So let's print and see what's there. Print F. And to print, we can say book one title is book one dot title. Okay, so we are assessing the title, and let's see if we can get it. If I come here and do clear, I can run this, and keep your eye here. In 3, 2, 1. Book 1, the title is Go Programming Course. You see? So within your code, you can just use this to access this, because of course it has already been defined in the struct. So let's try the same thing with book 2. So book 2, the title is going to be book 2 title is going to be in 3, 2, 1. You see, book 2 title is English course, book 1 title is Go Programming. So this is essentially structures in Go. But also, we can go a little deeper, because structures can be uh, used as functions or function arguments. Okay, let's look at it. So let's just see how we can use structures inside a function argument. Okay, so passing structures in as function arguments. So that's the mini topic for today. And so let's create the function. Remember, we already have a main function. Okay, I don't just want to recreate it. So we're gonna say print book. So this is how you will use it, just like a regular function. So this is the variable we're passing in as a parameter, but the variable is of type books. And what is the books? That's the structure. Okay, so that's exactly how to pass it. So now we're creating a function, and then we can do something like this. So let's print some things inside the function. So I'm going to copy this, paste here, printf book title is book title. So whatever book I pass in here or structure I pass in here, it's going to help me extract the title. So now to use it, we can come here and say print book. And then we pass in book 1 here. What do you think is going to happen? The main function will start here, create some variables, assign it to the book structure, and then add some data to the structure for book 1 variable, and add another data for book 2. Then it calls this function. What does this function do? We pass in book 1 as a parameter into the print book function, and then the function simply just prints in the title using the member access operator. So what do you think is going to print? I will type clear, and then I will press up arrow keyboard on my keyboard, hit enter, and you see, book 1 title is Go Programming. You see, it was able to access it. So the same thing with book 2. If we pass in book 2, we can simply run this, and boom, you see, title is English. So that's how you can use structures in as function parameters.